Welcome everyone. If you could all find your seats, please. Now, if you could all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one indivisible. Madam Secretary, could you please refer roll call?
Chief Baker. Here. Senator Brown. Here. Senator Bowie. Chief Brown. Here. Senator Castro. Here. Senator Clement. Senator Coletto. Here. Chief Cruz. Senator Chief Daniels.
Oh, here.
Senator Diaz. Senator Dunlap. Chief Eastland. Senator Etheridge.
Here.
Senator Garcia. Senator Gonga. Here. Senator Grego. Here. Vice President Hardy. Here. Senator Holmes.
Here.
Chief Kinnamer.
Here.
Senator Lacy. Senator Nelson. Senator Poole.
Here.
Senator Reed.
Here.
Senator Valdez. Me. Christian.
Okay, now we'll recess for a 5-minute meet and greet. We'll reconvene at 6:10.
I'm Kennedy. I'm a American government. Oh, yeah, but I know you probably don't see me in the back. Okay, I'm not. You go by y'all. It's a y'all. Yeah, my mom is. Oh. So I was like, okay, girl. Okay, Kennedy, right? Yeah. Okay. Laura. Amber. Okay, I'm gonna try to remember that. I'm like a baby. Amber's Laura. Laura, Amber. Yeah. Got it.
I'm always. Okay. I was like, what's your major? It's supposed to be computer science, but I kind of want to change it to computer science. Yeah. Like honestly, I feel like I didn't even know that this like chemistry was like the best like field of school. I was like, oh, well, I'm a math major, but I was like, let me take advantage of it, let me take a CJ minor or something. Yeah. It's a good plan because like people know this school. Hi. What's up? I'm Thomas. TJ. How you doing? Good. TJ? Hello. We're sorry that you guys does anybody there? Sure?
Josh, let's go.
How you doing?
Okay, if you could all find your seats, please. So we're obviously having some technical difficulties, but we're going to keep going so that we're not here too late. Madam Secretary, did we meet quorum? Sounds great. Now we're going to go into officer reports, Chief of Staff Lee.
Okay, hi everyone. Again, I'm here to talk about office hours. Again, yeah, for sure. We only had 8 senators do it this week. We have a Senate of about 20 to 25. So y'all have to do office hours. Again, if you have 2 unexcused, or if you don't do 2 office hours, that counts as an unexcused absence. 2 of those are grounds for impeachment. So I'm actually calling out the people today who didn't do an office hour because nobody knows who they are, I guess. Senator Bowie, Senator Castro, let's see, Senator Diaz, Senator Garcia, Senator Lacey, Senator Nelson, and Senator Valdez. I know some of those people may not be here today, but if you did hear your name, you did not do your office hour this week. And it's come to my attention that some people who are in the Senate are not going to their department meetings. Department meetings count. If you miss 2 department meetings, it's an unexcused absence. So please go to those department meetings. There's a lot of good information that needs to be said and that y'all need to go to. But other than that, listen to my report.
Thank you, Madam Treasurer Wolford. Okay, Secretary Wilkerson. Vice President Hardy.
Hello everyone. So my report's really short and sweet. So we're gonna start planning the next Bearcats United and have a concrete idea by this week. If you would like to help me with that, just reach out to me. Thank you.
Okay, now into my report. First of all, thank you to everyone who came out to the retreat. Raise your hand if you were there. Sounds great. It was honestly a lot of fun for those who were there. Some people couldn't make it because of some important reasons, but it was a great turnout. We went over parliamentary procedure. We did some team bonding things, and we ended it with a lot of bowling and laser tag, which, by the way, the team that I was on, which I don't know who it was, but we won. Yeah. Now, Michaela was coming at me, for real. But anyways, it was a great time, so thank you all again for coming out. We hope to continue the team bonding by doing some socials and stuff, but also using the parliamentary procedure that we went over in our meetings more strictly. So you will all get a booklet, which I didn't bring to the meeting, but it'll be in the office. So if you didn't come to the retreat, come to the office after, because you need to get your Patfolio and the Parley Pro. It's kind of like Parley Pro for Dummies. It's in books. It's pretty much what it is, just like that. So that'll be your lifeline. And then in the Senate meetings, you can bring them with you to go over it. There's a really important page in there that tells you how to, what you want to do, how to say the motion, if it needs a second, if it has discussion, what kind of vote it needs. So it's really, really helpful. We have our next blood drive next Thursday, from 12:30 to 5. So I'm passing around a sign-up sheet, and you just put your name and then what time you can work between 12:30 and 5. This event's really important because we are hosting it, and last time we had volunteers, but we only had like 3 people give blood, and some of that was because the bus broke down and it was in the ballroom. There's not really that much traffic, so that's not completely on us, but we do need more people there to give blood. So signing up for the blood drive or giving blood, correct me if I'm wrong, is a way to make up an office hour or a missed department meeting. So if you were Amanda just said your name, or you've missed one in previous weeks, this is a way to make up the office hour or the missed department meeting. So keep that in mind. And then, like Amanda said, Bearcat Family Weekend is the only way to get office hours for next week because it is Family Weekend. So, and then also, I put everyone's name in that filled out the Excel spreadsheet for all the Piney Woods tickets. They are in the Dean of Students office. Do not go get them yet because I'm working on assigning everyone's seat. I'm gonna do it by people that you're gonna have the most fun with pretty much because I want it to be a fun time for everyone. So I'll let you know next week when you can go pick them up, and they'll give you your ticket, and you just have to sign your name that you received your ticket. And that's down in LSC 215. That's the end of my report. Now we're gonna go into the Senate Resolution F-18-01, which is the resolution about enforcing the smoking policy on campus. There's some more copies. We're gonna pass these copies out because we're having technical difficulties and I haven't had time to pull it up. So what's gonna happen is this is the first reading of this resolution. So we'll read it, we'll discuss it, and then it'll be on the agenda next week to be read again and voted on. And that's the process for like all of our resolution and bills. So at this time, I'll ask Chief of Rules and Regulations, Chief Kennemer, to read the resolution. Please follow along, make any notes if you want to make any changes to it, and let us know after he reads it and we discuss it.
Okay, good evening, Senate. So this is Resolution F-18-01, SHSU Smoke-Free Campus. I'm the author of it. Our sponsors are me, President Eller, Vice President Hardy, and Chief of Staff Lee. It states, whereas the Sam Houston State University Student Government Association acts as the official voice of the student body, and whereas the President's Office Policy, PRE 19, Section 1, Subsection A states, tobacco and electronic/vaping products are not permitted on campus, including university-owned or leased buildings or vehicles, except for as provided below. This includes hallways, classrooms, offices, restrooms, meeting rooms, indoor or open air facilities, including Bauer Stadium, baseball/softball stadiums, and Bernard G. Johnson Coliseum, performance halls, and other spaces in university-owned or leased buildings or vehicles. And whereas numerous studies have found the effects of secondhand smoke can be negative, or have negative and lasting health effects to those around it. And whereas students and faculty on campus can regularly be seen breaking these policies with no intervention from campus authority figures, therefore, be it resolved that the Sam Houston State University Student Government Association recognizes the dangers that secondhand smoke pose to the student body, and be it further resolved that the Sam Houston State University Student Government Association calls upon the Sam Houston State University Police Department to more strictly enforce the smoking policy on campus, and be it further resolved that this resolution take effect immediately, and be it finally resolved that copies of this resolution be sent to President Dana G. Hoyt, Dean of Students John Yarovec, the Sam Houston State University Police Department, the Houstonian, and Channel 7 News.
Okay, is there any discussion? Yes, Carla?
How is this gonna work with, I know that there are designated spots on campus where you can smoke, and then I don't know, I'm not familiar with the thing, but isn't it like a federal law or something like that, that employees have the right to take like smoke breaks and stuff like that? If they take smoke breaks and the campus permits, you can't smoke, where are they supposed to?
Yeah, as far as I know, we're a smoke-free campus. I'm not really sure if there are any designated spots, and if there are, where they would be at. After I spoke with the chief of police last week, he didn't say anything about smoke-free zone or like places specifically on campus for people to smoke. He just said that normally they don't really try to heavily enforce it because they are trying to build a bond with the students, and so. They said that if we wanted to enforce it harder, they can, and what's gonna happen is they're not gonna walk up to someone and just hand them a ticket. They're gonna walk up and like ask them to voluntarily put the cigarette out. And so, as far as I know, there's no like smoking zones on campus, but maybe that's something I wanna look into, but I doubt that's gonna happen with our policy. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was just gonna say something about that because of the fact that, you know, we wanna, I guess cater to those people too. Is there anywhere like low traffic we could look to put it? And that way it helps the police build a relationship as well, because when they do go up, they can say, hey, you can't stay at this location, but we do have a location somewhere on a low traffic side of campus or a low traffic area, you know, maybe just two, one on each side of campus. That way they can help build that relation and it doesn't look, you know, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna be meeting with the police chief again to talk about another initiative that a counselor brought to me. So that I can bring up to the police chief to see what he thinks, because they were really big on building the bond with the students and faculty. So if we're gonna enforce it, maybe giving them a place. it might not be like we can get this done by this semester, like it'll be something we have to work on because we might have to change some policies, things like that. But definitely something I can bring up. Treasurer Wolford.
When enforcing this smoking on campus, would it be just an act of the police officer just noticing? Would it be us calling the police saying, hey, because I don't really see police officers smoking on campus? So I'm asking, like, if they're smoking on campus, would it be us calling them and saying, hey, somebody's smoking on campus, or what would be the call and action on the whoever's smoking on campus?
Yeah, so what the police chief said is what normally happens is people will call, and that's when they come up here and try, well, they have to put it out if they're asked to, and if they don't, that's when the problem really arises from like resisting to obey authority. But what I'm wanting out of this resolution is for them to like do more like trafficking on campus and things like that. So that's something that I'll be bringing up to him when he gets this resolution. Any other questions or comments? Okay, and we'll see this,
Wait,
yeah.
With that being said, what are the next steps? Let's say someone is smoking on campus, what are the next steps? Let's say they shoot not to sit out, or they receive a citation or a ticket?
I'm not gonna like answer because I don't wanna say the wrong answer. I guess it depends on the police officer. I mean, like, you know, some police officers are different when they stop you than others. So I think it might depend on the officer, but I believe they're gonna be very nice about it at first. Like, they're gonna ask you to voluntarily put it out, like I said. And then I think it just kind of, their course of action, because if you're a student or faculty here, you have to, like, if they ask for your STEM ID, like, they're gonna ask for that to verify who you are, to make sure that you're a student or faculty member, or faculty or staff member. That's what he said. So I don't know what they would do if you just decided to disobey, which I hope you wouldn't. It's just a cigarette. So.
And my second point is that, is this something we can truly enforce with 20,000 students who just come in and out of the summer community? If someone pulls out a baby, they puts it under this, how can we truly enforce?
I'll let you, let me say something real quick. This is something we'll never be able to completely stop, obviously, but like at least helping prevent it, to just taking any type of action we can. So trying our best to do that.
So, what I was gonna say is with this, resolutions are more of a way, resolutions are more of the Senate's way of expressing something that we want to see done on campus. Whenever we pass bills, that's when we're enforcing action. But since we are not UPD, we cannot be like, UPD has to do this. That's why the language says the Sam Houston State University Student Government Association calls upon UPD, because we're asking them to enforce the policy, and that's what this resolution is saying. So we can't force anything. This is basically us expressing the wish of the Senate.
I understand that, but what I'm asking is, what are we expecting? Because when you ask somebody to do something, you expect them to take action. What action are you expecting the police officer to take?
So I think what David was kind of saying, that's the thing, right now, this is a more general thing. Whenever we're going and meeting with them and bringing in a resolution, that's when we're gonna start generating ideas. Because we don't want policy, we don't want resolutions to be super strict to the word, because then we're like, they're gonna be like, oh, we can't do that. So that's like, we write this, we're saying, hey, we want you to see or to enforce this policy more strictly, and then when we go and present it to them, that's something we're gonna talk about. How can we, enforce this policy more strictly? And that's a conversation we have when we present them in the legislation.
I just didn't understand. I just didn't want to like, come up with a resolution and update it.
Yeah, no, that's definitely
You
gonna
know,
be,
like, have something to backtrack.
that's a conversation like, my other side, is gonna be happening when the rules are finished.
Senator Nelson?
So basically, like, one of your resolutions to, like, promote campus safety, pretty much with, like, having the police come up here, like, law enforcement come up here, like, routinely, is that, like, the objective?
That's one of them.
That was just an idea, if we're enforcing, we're trying to enforce this, I feel like if they can make it a routine thing, just to, like they said, they don't see a lot of
could be a whole separate resolution
That's something
of them specifically like making more appearances on campus. Yes.
So like, this resolution is basically just for like the people that, it's areas, y'all know the certain areas on campus where it's like, like by the business building, it's probably like 50 people smoking cigarettes. And I have asthma, so if I'm walking up these asthma, walking up these people and like you're all smoking, I'm like dying trying to walk past y'all, so we're just trying to find an area that's like less traffic, if that's possible, and just have them respectfully put it out, because technically you're not even supposed to smoke at all.
Yes, ma'am.
So I have like a two-part question. So the first part is, has there been any previous attempt to educate the general body, like the Sam Houston students, about smoking on campus? Like, are there like signs about these, like no smoking, or like have you done any sort of like pushes or programs or anything of that sort, rather than kind of not jumping to the extreme of having UPD to enforce? But I know in our handbooks, and we get emails and stuff like that, not everybody checks their emails, or they delete it as soon as they see it. And they just sign at the bottom of the electronic handbook, not really going through and reading and understanding that we are a smoke-free campus. So I just want to know, one, has there been any previous attempt to educate the general Sam Houston body?
Yes, as far as I know, there really hasn't been. There are them little signs on doors and stuff that says this is a tobacco-free campus, tobacco and drug-free, something like that. But I think this is the first step of something. This is just a general consent, and we want the like UPD to start like working harder to do this, that I'm gonna bring to the police chief. So when I do that, one of the things is educating, because I mean, if students don't know, and I was talking to Dean Yarbeck today, and I said a lot of faculty and staff probably know that this is a smoke-free campus, but a lot of students probably don't know that this is a smoke-free campus. So this is the first step, but there's more to follow up after this. So in educating the students, letting them know that this is a smoke-free campus is one of the steps to that, because we can't expect them to not do something if they don't know they're not supposed to do it.
Well, that answers my second part too.
Okay, yes, sir.
What would be the push actually against professors who are smoking on campus? Because there are professors who smoke on campus, as well as cigarettes, as well as e-cigarettes. So would this be enforced on them the same as students, or would it be different?
I know the first step of asking them to voluntarily put it out will be of the same. I don't want to say what's going to happen next, because I'm not the police officer, and that has to be a discussion with them. Oh yeah, I mean, it's a smoke-free campus, so I mean, anyone who's on campus has to follow the policy.
So even if the professional campus, like Dana is smoking on campus, you still going to enforce it?
I don't think she smokes, by the way, so let's not put that. Yeah. Senator Castro? Okay, you're gonna be the last one, Josh.
I just wanted to kind of clarify, because it says tobacco and electronic vaping. Does that cover tobacco, or does that cover like dip and chew and stuff like that as well? Because everybody's talking about smoking, but I'm just wondering if that tobacco term is a broad term, or if we're specifically focusing on cigarettes itself.
It's a broad term, so tobacco in general. Yeah. Okay, that's the last thing. We will vote on it next week, so there is more time for discussion next week when we actually vote on sending this bill to the police chief and the rest of the people listed below. So moving on, we're going, yes sir.
If I could just make more of a little bit of a general address to just some of the comments and concerns that came up. If y'all are looking towards like getting some objectives or initiatives on campus, or looking into more additional like security things that you want UPD or other departments on campus to come to, you can always go to like either like the student affairs chief and like have them push like an initiative on campus with students, or come to me if you want me to write legislation. You don't have to be like in either of our departments. We'd be more than happy and willing to work with you. And I know there's a lot of you out there in the council that are really looking forward and getting excited about getting involved in SGA and improving our campus. So really just feel free to come to us if you have any of those ideas, and we're willing to work with you, legislation, pushes for initiatives, all that sort of stuff.
Okay, thank you.
I was trying to
It's about this? Okay, we're gonna wait until next week to continue discussing.
Oh, it's, I mean, I'm correct.
Just let Logan know. Okay, so we're gonna go into approving the minutes since I didn't have the computer up or when we were supposed to because of technical difficulties. So I'm gonna scroll down, and if you see anything you would like to change, please let me know. Okay, is there any changes? I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes. Is there a second? Any discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, department reports, external affairs, Chief Baker.
Okay, so, my report is that on September the 27th in Domino's parking lot from 5:00 p.m. to about 7:00 p.m., SGA and NAACP will be having a voter registration drive. And so, I'll have more details about that next week. But as far as location, time, and collaborations, it's pretty much set. We're still looking for one more org to work with. But once we have that, we'll definitely let y'all know.
You guys know of anybody that is deputized or anything that can help us do this voter registration drive? Please let us know because we definitely need people that can actually help this drive and effort.
And we're definitely trying to branch out with diversity, so a diverse group of people.
Are we still trying to get people deputized or?
Just know when I was just making the date pass with that. There was future efforts to get people registered to vote, but as of right now, we're at the break, we can.
If people are deputized, are you giving out volunteer hours and they can come out and make a difference?
Oh, absolutely.
Can I have your email?
Can. Right now? Okay. M like Michaela, N like Nicole, B like Baker, 037@shsu.edu. It's going to be on September 27th, next Thursday. That's why I like to hear Trayvon. I love somebody that can help.
I just wanted you to repeat that, September 27th, Thursday, at what time?
At 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. in the Domino's parking lot.
Now, will you guys also be doing another walkthrough poll for the buy?
That's going to be a later date. It's actually going to be on, for sure. March the polls. We're going to talk about that on Thursdays at 5.
You said deputized, you mean you have to have somebody there, so people can register to vote, is that what you mean?
Yeah, about 5 of us in here, are deputized, and I know there's 7 people from NAACP that are deputized.
Cause, there's a Democratic Party for Huntsville, and like they have people, like, I don't know, you could reach out to them.
Hey, I had talked to some of them at the actual deputization thing. Sure did.
But yeah, it's a training that we go through, so you have to train them to get registered.
Wasn't gonna be arrested.
There will be trainings in the spring semester for those who want to do it again, to get deputized.
Point of information also for, people who are currently deputized, your deputization will expire at the end of this year, so if you wanna do it in the future, you need to retake the class.
On December 31st, it ends. Any more questions, comments, and or concerns? Let us know in my report.
Thank you, ma'am. Student Affairs, Chief Durham.
Hey y'all. September 26th,
generals from 11 to 1. Something came up to where I can't do it 11 to 12, so if anybody can do it, it'll be a really big thing because it targets a lot of freshmen. And it's in generals and the administration will be there, so it's a really good situation for us. We already have it set up. However, if I can't get 7 people to do it, then I will have to cancel it. We have promo stuff being ordered. Well, it's not being ordered, but we have like promo stuff written down and stuff like that. I just got the email with the logo from David, so once I have that on and I have the pricing from that, then I'll talk to Christian and we'll have that stuff going because as Chief Eastland will probably detail, we're discussing doing a social media giveaway to really bring people to our social media. Their Cat Family Weekend is coming up, and I have a sign-in sheet for that, and anybody can do that. It's September 29th through the 30th. We have a family feud, which will be from 12:30 to 3:30, no, 12:30 from 2:30 right before the game at 3 o'clock. But at that same time, we're also tailgating, so I need people for both, if anybody can do that. And we have an event in the works, so when we have more information from my department and stuff like that, we'll let y'all know. And my co-chair, co-chief will be Melissa Poole, Senator Poole. In my report.
Thank you, and I just want to reiterate that, we'll say this again next week, but the week of Family Feud that's the only way you can get office hours. So doing something Family Feud related, so keep that in mind.
Or Bearcat Family Weekend with Tony.
Yeah.
Youngsters, we would love to have you help us out so you get to see how we work in HCA, so.
Okay, Public Relations, Chief Eastland.
Hello. Dang, y'all are dry today, but it's okay. Exactly. Anyway, so today we talked about flyers. We are still waiting on all the information about Safety Walk so that we can get that out. Councilors and senators, whenever you do see me tweet the flyer, please then take it to your page and tweet it on there. We'll also have a general flyer going just to let people know our social media, how to contact us, where we meet, and all of that coming soon. So in my department meeting, we also talked about getting a money proposal, number one, for the poster board that we talked about last week. So we're looking at about like $30 maybe. So we are also wanting to have a social media challenge with the cost being about $30. So the social media challenge will be, we will have 3 trivia questions. And so they are, 1, what is the oldest SHSU residence hall? 2, what is the name of the other known official mascot? And then 3, what is the university's first name? So they will like, retweet, okay, so they will like, retweet, and quote with the answer, and then underneath they will tag 3 people that go to Sam Houston. And so first place will get a $15 gift card to their choice, second place will get a $10 gift card of their choice, and then third place will get a $5 gift card of their choice. And then lastly, we just talked about different ways that we can interact with the students. So if anyone, like a counselor, if you're in another department, if you have anything, you can come to me after the meeting, you can email me. But the things we have right now is movie night with PC, a game night in the Cat Club with SGA, shirt giveaways on the yard, and then we want to give either like cookies or pizza like before a big event, like on the yard, to get people to know like, you know, what is going on with SGA. And then also people want to incorporate Greek life. And that is the end of my report.
Thank you. Rules and regulations, Chief Kemmer.
Okay, first of all, I just wanted to say I will be stepping out after this. I don't want y'all to think I'm rude. I just am already on campus and I have a program that I have to go to. I wanted to make sure I was here to give my report and read the resolution so that I'd be available to answer any questions. As far as my report goes, my meetings are Monday at 11 o'clock. I do know that a couple in the council I've been told are interested. If you are interested in joining rules and regulations, after the meeting, please get with Chief of Staff Lee here. She'll get your information to me. I know my meetings are kind of like at a bit of an awkward time, so I'm gonna ask y'all to my group meet and try to get the availability of the group to see if there's a time that better suits everyone so that we can meet at a time where more people can show up to my meetings. And besides that, if you're interested in writing any sorts of legislation, or if you don't know how to write but you want something written, please feel free to come to me even if you're not in rules and regs, and I'd be more than willing to work with you. And Carlos?
What's your email?
My email is ltk002@shsu.edu.
Point of information, he does a really good job of what he's doing. If you guys wanna make a change on campus, get some things done, like what he's doing with this legislation, this is an example of things he's doing. So if you guys are really interested in making change, anything that you wanna see done on campus, I mean, his department is a really good way to start with that as well.
Point of information, Mondays at 11 a.m., rules and regulations.
Thank you all. Now the council, Director Daniels.
How y'all doing? To start, I move to suspend the rules that we vote in council rules.
Okay, there's been a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? All opposed?
Hold on. Can we rewind? It was too fast.
Okay, the motion is to suspend the standing rules to where we have to, no, it's not debatable. To where we have to, instead of like doing everyone separately, all 9 people, we do them all at one time.
So just take away my gun.
Yeah. Yeah. It just saves time because there's 9 people. Okay. So I'll restate the motion again. The motion is to suspend the standing rules so that they don't have, everyone doesn't have to exit the chamber individually and we don't have to debate them. Okay? There was a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay?
So before we swear in, swear in, I'm sorry. Swear in. I would like to say that if you are interested in joining the Senate, after you can come speak with me in regards to information, the application, and things like that, as well as, we're gonna do is, say your intent. Right now, we can go ahead and get started. I'll just go ahead and read the names. Counselor S.O.E. Sampson, Counselor Joshua Whitlock, Counselor Kennedy Clay, Counselor Anthony Anderson, Counselor Nicholas Polk, Counselor Kenny Williams, Counselor Seth Griffin, and Counselor Kyra Izari. These are counselors that we-
If you could all please stand. Okay, there should be 9 of you. Yes, sir.
My name is not called. I don't need my paper.
And mine either.
It should be. Yeah, and her. It was all. But I don't know if I got it.
Did you get?
I have mine personally.
Oh, I do have yours. You can stand. I have yours. And Tyler, do you
I
do
should
not?
not into, Lee.
Somebody else is on the list. Okay, sounds good. So there's 11.
I worked on mine at the office yesterday morning.
He was at 3 years.
I know he was. You stand too. Okay, so how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Good looking group.
Okay, does anyone have anything they would like to say to the Senate?
I am ready to join the
Does any senators have any questions for the candidates? Yes, ma'am.
Can anybody tell me what's one thing they're gonna do to better SGA? Somebody, anybody? Yeah, go ahead.
Josh?
I really want to work with the dean of business because we have we only have like 2 master's programs, and that's awful. And we also don't do a lot of we don't have a lot of recruiting on campus, which I really don't like either. So I really want to work with him on that.
Those great things. Anything else?
Anyone else?
Yes, sir.
I'm totally ready for this whole rebranding thing, like, to get it out there to everybody, because,
Say your name again, sorry.
I'm Seth, by the way.
Seth,
Sorry,
okay.
yeah.
I'm just trying to memorize.
So, basically, yeah, like, telling other people about SGA, and they're like, wait, what, like, you're serious, this is what you really do, like, yeah, this is what we do, this is what we want to do, like, to be serious about it this time.
So what department are you joining?
Student affairs.
Student Affairs, Josh, what department are you joining?
External affairs.
Clinton, what department? Nicholas, sorry, I'm looking at you, Nicholas.
Public relations.
Okay.
Amari? Amaya? Look, I'm doing this for myself so that I can memorize your name. It's not Faith. Kennedy. There we go. Tyler? University Affairs. Kaiji? Anthony?
Okay.
Nicholas? Clinton? Look, I'm sorry. Okay. Clinton? Kennedy? There we go. And Seth, you said student affairs as well? Okay. Faith? She just told me her name earlier. Essay, that's it.
Okay.
Just so I'm gonna butcher this. Kyra, there we go.
Yes, yes.
Okay, sounds good. So does anyone else have anything they want to say to the
I
center?
have one last thing to say.
Oh, there we go.
These are my people. I have to work with them throughout the whole application process. They met all the requirements. These are like my babies graduating. If I can vouch for them and say that they're going to be an excellent addition to the Senate, an excellent addition to the Student Association, and an excellent addition to San State University.
With that being said, I'll entertain a motion to approve all candidates. Is there a second? Any more discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, motion passes. If you could all please stand. There we go. Good one. Round of applause. Now I need you all to raise your right hand. I really like doing this part, by the way. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support, defend, and abide by the Constitution of the Student Government Association at Sam Houston State University, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of on which I am about to enter. Thank you all. You can now come join your college up here in the front.
Engineering Technology in the front left. College of Humanities and Social Sciences in the top right. College of Criminal Justice on the right. College of Health Sciences on the left at the back. College of Business on the right in the back.
Okay, while we continue, Secretary Wilkerson is going to pass out these member information sheets, which just gives us all of your information, email, phone number, what committee you're going to, or what department you're going to join. So please fill that out before you leave.
So do we have any new members, new council members in the back who are interested in joining and stating their intent? Then hold your state of intent. That would be the end of my report.
Okay, thank you. College of Sciences and Engineering Technology, Senator Gonda.
I met with my dean last Thursday at 2 o'clock, and he had a lot of things to say. But one of the first things is the whole first floor of the drain will be closed. You cannot come in from that floor starting sometime this week or next week. It's not where people usually enter. That second floor, the one below that is the first floor. There's another floor below that. So that will not be accessible starting, he said, next week. And then also, they're having a process creating a mechanical engineering technology program that's still in the works. helping out with government help or anything like that. And also, we're getting donations for microscopes, and I was told that that's what Baylor College of Medicine uses. So once we have all of that, then we will be state-of-the-art in microscopy. And then also, there's a new PhD in forensic science that just started this fall, and there's currently 6 students enrolled in that. So if any of y'all interested in PhD in forensic science, that's the end of my report.
Thank you, ma'am. College of Humanities and Social Sciences, Senator Clemens. Okay, Senator Clemens' report. He says, I plan to table in the CHSS next week to inform students about SGA, LEAP Center events, and new developments in the CHSS. Also, he'll be working to have SGA's logo and flyers on the screen in the CHSS. Okay. There we go. College of Education, Senator Poole.
Hey y'all. So I made a meeting with my dean September 25th at 9. And then, like I said last week, there is a ice cream social on October 15th. There will be other education boards with SGA, and it's from 2 to 3. What is the date again? October 15th.
Okay, thank you. College of College of Criminal Justice, Senator Castro.
Hi guys, I'll be meeting with my dean next Tuesday at 1:30. Stephanie said she'll be with me since she was the past caucus chair for CJ, so we're hoping like a good meeting. She has a good relationship with him, and that'll start the bond with me and him as well.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm gonna read Senator Reed's report. He has a meeting with the dean on October 1st. He's looking into tabling next week in the college, and he's doing a survey throughout the college to see what is needed, such as equipment, resources, supplies, and other things like that. Okay, now we're gonna go to old business. There is none, new business none as well. Now into open forum. We're gonna take 2 minutes max for the colleges who just got filled to decide who the caucus chair is gonna be. So basically the College of Business. 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes is up. Do you have a decision? Josh? Okay, so you're gonna have to start coming to Internal Affairs Tuesdays, 5:15 in the SG office. College of Finance or Mass Communications. Nicholas? I got you. Are you okay with being caucus chair? Okay, good. There's really not a choice. Okay, so now in open forum, is there anyone else in the back that would like to state their intent to join and start the council process? Okay, if that's you, please come to the front podium. You're just gonna say your name, your classification, your major, and why you wanna join SGA.
They won't find out.
Yes, sir.
All right, how you guys doing? I'm TJ Bush. I'm a
sophomore, my major is psych. And what I want to do on SGA is really just give a voice to the student body. Because I feel like as a student who was never involved in anything on campus last year, I missed out on a whole lot. And a lot of people don't know about SGA. I didn't know about it either until like last week. So I'm putting my voice out, let students know there's a voice, so they can be heard, like, just try to make campus the best it can be for everybody. That's all I want.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Joe Johnson, major is political science. And why I want to join is because I have like a huge admiration for like the Greek life here, because like charity and philanthropy and stuff like that. So I want to get Greek life more involved in say in Houston and with student government. So that's my reason.
Did you say what fraternity you're in? What fraternity are you in?
Well, I just pledged to Kappa Alpha.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
Hello. Hi, my name is Solara Rosales. I'm a freshman and I'm majoring in forensic chemistry, and my intent is to improve the student body here at San Houston and get as much of the student body involved as we can to get more recognition to student government.
Hello, I'm Layana Bonds. I'm a freshman. My major is marketing for business, and my intent is to use my voice to be heard instead of complaining and say, we want this done, I can lead that
Hello, I'm Jasmine. I'm a sophomore. I'm actually a double major in victim studies and psychology, and I intend to just make a change on campus.
Okay, so all of you are going to be working with Elijah from this point until you get into the Senate to get your council meetings done. He'll explain the paper that you got. That needs to be filled out pretty much from the top to the bottom. So be sure to keep up with him to get that done. Does anyone else have anything for open forum? Yes, ma'am.
I'm not gonna remember, but usually holds every year annual Bearcat Safety Bash. It will be held Tuesday, September 25th from 4 to 6, so y'all can go before the meeting. It's pretty cool. They have like a mock fire for like to show you how fast the fire can spread like in a residence room, and then they have like crash cars about like people who drive under influence. It's like educational, but it's like super fun, and they have like games and like food and stuff. So y'all should head out for that.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nikki, and this week on Thursday at 7 o'clock in this room, the Women in 1520 and the Ladies Alphas are having a Bible study, our first Bible study called Our Home with Christ. So please come out and show your love for Jesus himself.
Senator Brown?
I am the Delegate Chair of the Black Student Alliance, and tomorrow we'll be having our meeting right here in this room at 6:30 p.m. at SDK. And we're going to be having the flag on our big event on the meeting. It's right after the meeting at 8 p.m. to reach all of us. So we want to come, hang out, just have a little fun. It's a good day, always fun. You should definitely come out.
Thank you. Chief Eastland?
Hello, everyone. I'm Jasmine. I work at the health center, and we just got the flu shots in. I believe we're gonna start doing them out on the 24th of this month. So if you are interested, let me know. Pull up.
Senator Castro?
Hi guys, I'm Evelyn. On September 24th, Just As I Knew and Omega Psi Phi are gonna have an event. It's an educational domestic violence event. They're gonna have speakers from the Montgomery County Women's Center and Safe House, so come out and get educated.
Treasurer Wolford?
All right, so if you guys don't know, SGA is kind of co-sponsoring as far as giving us some resources. The business attorney, I'm Captain Side, and betting off of the NAACP, we're doing a financial literacy program tomorrow at 6:30 in the ballroom. It's gonna be pretty good. started businesses, somebody can help get your, resume done, cover letters, different things like that. You wanna learn more about business professionalism, you won't just sit there and get lectured. So it's definitely a good program to come to at 6:30 tomorrow. And, let's follow.
Yes, ma'am, what was your name?
Sharice.
Sharice, okay.
Greetings. I am the secretary for NAACP Unit 6816 here on campus, and tomorrow we are also having a program with Dating Alphas as well. It's called Crossing the Line, and it's going to be it's from 5 to 6 in LSC 320 right here in this room, so you know you don't have to go that far to leave here and then go to the bar, make that transition.
Anything else? Yes, sir.
Before we end, if your department is external affairs, please meet after, because I have information to give you from Chief Baker. If you are a new senator that's been sworn in, stay after, because you have new responsibilities that I need to tell you about now that you're a senator with an annual leadership. And if you are if you sworn in today and give your if you stated your intent today, stay after, because I need to explain the process to you. So if you fall in those 3 categories, you're coming to see me.
Senator Flocho?
Motion to adjourn. Second.
There's been a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you all for coming out.